This is an Avocado Media presentation.
Welcome to, shout out Giraffe, welcome to Breaking You Down. My name is Victor Muligisa, the voice actor for the first season of a podcast called You. This podcast, however, is called Breaking You Down because we break down the events and occurrences of the podcast You, sort of like foreshadowing a fourth wall kind of effect thing going on. However, on this podcast, we sit down with different guests and go through the occurrences and what they experienced while listening to you. Today, we have individuals who are choosing to go by the name The Housemates. That's a brilliant surname, by the way.
Housemates. You have to say it right.
Housemates.
Yes.
Is this like a show?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's nice. Welcome to, this is like a crossover.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah.
Universes collide.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's Breaking You Down featuring the Housemates.
Yes.
All right. So I guess we're gonna start with Mrs. Housemate. Or is it Miss? I don't know how this works. Seeing as the entire idea of escaping her.
No, we're separate individuals. We just share a house.
All right.
It's not a surname.
Okay. All right. So, woman housemate, queen housemate, shall we say?
Thank you. I love that.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Queen housemate. What was the episode like for you? Have you been following 1 and 2?
I have been.
Okay.
And whoa, I still have chills. Do you want me to walk through it? I feel like I have to.
That's what we're here to do.
Let me just yeah.
Break it down.
Whew, as you know, I deal with my chills. So, the first thing obviously is that when I listen to you, I close my eyes because I want to absorb all the sounds as I'm, hearing what's going on here. And I was trying to figure out what that sound was at the beginning. And in my mind, it was almost like pandemic time, me having been indoors, and then I'm opening locks and chains to get outside, and it was it felt like there were 3 different doors, chains, which I was
being
opening.
Unbolted,
and I was walking kind of undecided what's outside now that I've been inside for so long. And then I opened the last one expecting brilliant sunshine on my face, and I'm in a black room. And the voice is there speaking to me now. And I'm like, okay, first of all, hang on. I'm supposed to be outside.
you didn't start the episode on a good note.
I was like, I've been inside way too long. What is this?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, no. Let's take this in. And then you tell me I've been part of something since July. Now, I'm not a paranoid person. But I was like, what happened in July? I'm taking myself back. What's that on your wrist? And I'm like, what am I feeling something? Then I'm like, I was trying to stop myself from opening my eyes. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to go with the flow. Let's go with this experience. If this turns out badly for me, it's an experience, right? So I'm just like, let me take this in.
Trusting that you did sign up for this.
Exactly. I mean, I probably did. I know myself. I was probably like, sign on the dotted lines. Yeah, I'm not going to read. So I was asking myself, is there something I signed, something I asked for? And I'm like, it's been a long year. I don't know. Could be. Okay. So, let's hear what I'm being told to do and go back. I went back to that first episode and I was like, I remember the woman I imagined in that first episode. And I'm like, okay, Then go to the second one. Am I afraid of rats? Definite yes, but rats. Rats is not what that second episode took me to. It was not rats.
Yeah, so what went down? It was
very much demonic creatures, and I'm still to this day trying to locate them in my mind.
Did you go to boarding school?
I did.
So you see, that's why you think it's demonic
but
creatures.
Also,
the demonic creatures might have been rats.
I have traveled to the north and to the northwest and heard the stories. So you see, I was not going by logic. I was going by the stories I've heard.
Put us up on game. What stories have you heard?
No. Let me keep that part brief. I don't want to ruin it, just in case someone dives in here and then has to go back. I'm not going to ruin it for them. But the stories I've heard is obviously these far-flung places. They always tell you, legend has it that in this lodge, this and this happened, and you're like, yeah, right. Then you go to bed and you hear something, and you're like, oh, okay. I still don't believe, but I'm going to sleep with the light on, safety purposes.
Yeah.
And also just in case it's a rat, because rats are easier to deal with than
it's like jumping out of the frying pan into the fire. It's like, it's not a monster, but it's a rat.
Be a rat. you know?
And it might be with the turtles.
There you go. So I went back to those 2 episodes as I was listening to that. But also, there's a thing I haven't, I tap my nails quite a lot. And I wasn't tapping my nails, but I could hear a sound. The sound, the 2 clicks,
so you
which is usually my nails tapping.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo. And then after all this is said, it's like nurse. And I'm like, hang on. Hold up. Just wait a minute.
Who's
Can
in charge
I explain
here?
myself here? And then the sounds that I was hearing as that person is walking down the corridor, as I am walking down the corridor, was now chains and a monitor attached to my hand and beeping as I'm walking. So I can hear the chains. That unlocking of doors now, fam. I was locking my own chains. I'm like, wait. And when I opened my eyes, I stood up. I was like, hold up.
You went through a whole...
I went through a whole lot. And I'm sipping tea, not alcohol here, so...
What's very interesting, though, is you noticed a few things that I don't think a lot of people are going to notice. For one, the sound in the corridor is different from the sound in the room, right? That's I don't think many people are going to pick up on that, but it's an environment thing that we were doing as we were creating it. Housemate, King Housemate. Is it
the king?
All right, the King Housemate. What was you have been privy to some of the creation of the podcast, and you have heard the beta versions of a lot of these episodes. So this was the first time you heard this version of this episode. So you were already expecting the plot twist, but you hadn't heard it orchestrated in this way, right? What was your first impressions of that?
I think because I heard like you said, I heard the first version. This time it was clearer in my mind. I think I had more things in the room. I think I had costume and set design.
Okay.
Yeah. It was richer in my mind.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't know if that also had something to do with the sound.
Maybe.
Did the sound change?
Yeah.
That was like more spatially.
I
don't know if that was in my head. That's the thing. Like, see, and that's the thing. You don't know. Well,
it felt slightly claustrophobic. There was something about it.
So there's something tense about it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I can't say what that is.
Yeah.
But there's definitely something deliberately put in the sound design to make it appear tense.
Yeah.
Oh, and I need to throw in something. When I was in the room and the voice was speaking to me, there was no person there. There was no, I couldn't picture what the person would be like, whether there was a table in the room, nothing. It was me sitting on a chair and just darkness.
You were in the sunken place.
The person who was there wasn't pacing, they weren't sitting. I didn't have time to figure out who they are, what they're doing. There was no sense where I could find safety in the moment or figure out what's going on to allow me to calm down. That was,
I mean, it's been 10 minutes, but have you had any shot at what you think is going on?
Man, no. No. I feel like I need to sleep on this, come back, re-listen to 1 and 2, look for clues, because that's like my thing, figuring out puzzles. And I'm embarrassed here. Nothing.
No, but it's like, remember Watchmen, the series? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And like you're like, with every episode, you're like, where's this going? Where's this going?
Yeah.
And then all it takes is one episode to like click it black into place. It's like,
Are we going to get our aha?
Maybe you won't. It depends on you, right?
You see, now I must write like alternative endings. I need to start getting my red string out. Nah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
That's what we should do.
Plot the characters.
Wait.
Let's plot the characters. Except you know some stuff, so you're not allowed to write on the board.
You know, and I've been
So I
telling
need
her.
to do photographs. Red string.
See, I've been telling her that my favorite episode is yet to come. Yeah, and I can't wait to hear what she has to say about it.
I love this.
Do you think you're a villain or hero
In whose story?
in your story? Like in the version that you're seeing of this show, do you think you're a villain or a hero?
I think always a villain.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, I would like to be the hero, but I know myself.
Yeah. Fuck. And I'm the hero.
I think that's the name of the episode. I would like to be a hero, but I know myself. That's the name of the episode.
Oh my gosh.
This is pretty dope, man. Guys, thanks for sitting down with me.
Thanks for having the
Housemates.
Yeah, but oh my god, that's all right. I should be prepared for that. However,
But you never know when it's gonna.
I see. It's a surprise show.
Well, you're allowed to throw it in if you like.
I see.
Yeah. Oh yes.
So anyway,
second person to say it.
Yeah.
Oh no, I've syndicated the show now. So what I want to say before the show ends, one last thing. If you could put a message in a bottle to the future, right? What would your message read? Like, just as short, what would it be about?
I think it would be 2 lines. There will be experiences, roll with them. That's it.
Okay. Other member of Housemates.
Nice.
Sounds like a band. You guys should do an album. You guys should do an album. And guess what music it would be?
I don't know.
House music!
This is disappointing. The king housemate may be kicked out after this.
Oh,
We have
so
rules.
I was gonna say what I was gonna put in there would be what I was telling you earlier. So this poem I wrote called "The Price of Copper," and it would read, "Remember, the overtakers became the undertakers."
Nice. You're allowed back in the house.
Hold on. Remember, the overtakers became the undertakers, who came to reign over our rainmakers. But cry tears of laughter, because now the clouds gather. In every chain of events are the chain breakers.
Nice.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah. Clink.
Clinkers.
Imaginary clink. Alright, guys. Peace and love, and stay
Thank you.
housemates.
Explore the world of psychological thriller within you. From the makers of the Pan-African Party comes a gripping, chilling journey. Coming soon to the Avocado Media Network. Subscribe on YouTube and Patreon.